Welcome. It's 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I meant to wear green. I even thought that earlier today, and I forgot. So anyway, the room is green. How about that? That works. So today we are doing yoga, and we are doing quite a few twisting motions. So if you have some lower back issues, I suggest that you leave out the twisting. I'm going to give you a little demonstration of what is coming. So we might be in maybe Anjane Asana and our arms are up. And then I would like you just to stay there. If you can add the twist in, of course I'd like you to do that. But if you have some lower back issues, I would like for you to stay here, maybe bring your hands to heart center. We'll be doing that a couple of times. In crescent as well, where we're maybe adding a little twist. So don't stop the video because of that, because you can definitely modify, and I'll try to remember to call those things out. I have my mat ready. I'm not using any music because I got good feedback that people wanted to use their own music. Different music inspires different people. So we're going to try that again today. And if by chance you wanted, I just saw someone sent me, I think it was Maggie, a picture of her and her dog, and they're ready to go. So if you want to show us your Zen area that you're doing this in, I would love to see it. So I have my mat, I have my water. This will also be on my Facebook wall for you to visit anytime. It's also going to be on the Point B Dance YouTube channel under online classes. So you can check that out as well. And I think we should just get started. And before I sit down, we do start every class of mine with our hands in heart center. Here, with our eyes closed down, we do 3 deep inhales and exhales just to clear our mind. Because I know we have a lot going on in our mind right now, so that's where we'll begin. Let me see, I see a lot of people. Hi, Natalie and Jelaine. Bernie! Okay, let's get started. So, let's sit down on our mat. Hopefully you can still see me when I do this. Can everyone still see me when I sit down? Can you see me here? I think you can. Let me see your comments. Hi, okay. So here we are. Cross-legged position. It's also fine to not cross your legs. You keep one in front of the other. Of course, if you have props like blocks and everything, please use those as well. So we're going to begin with our hands, palms facing up. And that's to help us bring in the energy. But we're going to close down the eyes. And you can just follow my voice as you inhale and exhale just on your own, finding your center. Now, as you're sitting in this pose, let's think about lengthening through the spine and all the way up through the top of the head. Relaxing the eyes. They probably want to blink open, and just try to relax the face. Find your breath. Okay, let's start with our hands to heart center. Keeping your eyes closed down, palm against palm. Feel those fingertips pressing against each other, and place the thumbs in the middle of your chest. Keeping the spine nice and long, reaching out through the top of the head. Let's all inhale together through the nose. And then you can sigh out the mouth. See if you can get all the breath out. Inhale. And last one. Inhale. Maybe one more sip of air. Now sigh it all out. till your lungs are empty. And come back to your normal breath. And blink open the eyes. Hi. Okay, let's begin with a few side reaches. So let's place a hand on the mat. Inhale. Reach your opposite arm up and over, keeping both hip bones down on the floor, and reach long for the side wall. If you'd like to gaze up under, you may do that. But let's try to keep that hip from coming up. Really press that hip down and reach long. And then back up. Let's go the other way. Inhale. And exhale. Find that stretch. Both hip bones on the floor. You can gaze up under your arm if you would like. And inhale up. We're going to take a little bit different stretch here. Inhale. The opposite arm again. And this time we're going to take forward over the opposite leg, hinging from the hips, and then reaching down and drop your gaze. If you can go a little further, that's fine. Make sure the neck is relaxed. And raise that arm up. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale. Twist and exhale. Inhale, arm up. And exhale. Now we're going to add a little twist in here. Inhale up. This time let's place that hand on the outside of your knee. The other hand is up by your spine. If you want a little bit more, you can gaze to the back. Bring your head back to center and release. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, place it on the outside of your thigh. Gently twist, making sure that spine stays nice and long. You might find more mobility on one side than the other. And come back to center. Great. Place your hands on your knees and let's just use our rib cage back and forth. So I'm going to stretch it out front and then really pull it to the back. And I'm anchoring my hands down on the knees and stretch to the front. You can even gaze up and then pull back. And again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Let's come to neutral spine. We're going to roll over our knees to our tabletop position. I'm going to flip to the side now so you can watch what I'm doing. I might pull this mat back a little bit. Okay. So here we are. We're going to do a few cat and cows. So round up through that spine. I like to think about my upper back reaching towards the ceiling, but I'm keeping lots of grounded energy in the legs. And then belly button to the floor, head gazes up, tailbone up to the sky. And again, pull it in. Initiate from your abs. Oh, it's so good for your spine. And release. If you want to do this every day, your spine will love you. And again, pull. And belly button down. Good. We're warming up now. Good. We're going to take a few little around the worlds. So I'm bringing my body up and around. And then when it comes down to the side, I'm bending into my elbows. And then coming back up. Let's do one more this side. And then we'll go the other way. And around. And up. Two more. Whatever your spine needs. And one. one more. And back to neutral spine. Good. Let's nod our head back and up and down. Just to release some tension. And then you can kind of tilt it side to side. Let's tuck the toes. We're going to come into downward facing dog. Our first one today. We're going to do quite a few today. So we're in this nice position. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. So feel like your palms are placing into the mat. Stretch the knees as much as possible and think about extending your lower back, hips up towards the ceiling. Now let's walk our dog. Maggie, maybe your dog will like this part. She's probably walking all the way around you right now. And then let's settle back down. Great work. We're going to come out to a plank. We're going to find that strong plank right now. Tall plank. And then we're going to hover our knees to about maybe a millimeter off the floor, and then we're going to stretch it out and then pull it back. Let's do that again. Come out to your tall plank, keeping the shoulders away from your ears. Hover the knees, keeping your abdominals really strong. Push back to that tall plank and engage your abs to pull yourself up. Let's do that one more time. Take it out. Drop the knees. Keep everything very strong. We're going slow because it takes more strength to do that. No momentum here. And take it back. Very nice. Let's lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, and let's just step our feet between our hands. Whew. Let's grab our elbows. Let's take our feet about hip distance apart. Grab the elbows, relax the head, and you can just sway back and forth. Your knees can be bent here. Since we're still kind of warming up. And release the elbows. Walk the feet in. Big toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. And let's all bend into the knees very generously, and then roll up the spine. Little by little, like you're stacking. When you get to the top, I want that big shoulder roll to bring you back down. Okay, I'm getting warm. I'm going to take off my jacket now. If you need to take yours off, great. All right, we're going to go into some sun A's today. So we're at the top of our mat. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands come through prayer position, hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. So your hands can come to your shins or your thighs, but we're really looking for that long spine. Now, my friend Rory reminded me that I used to tell my dancers that I should be able to, I can't believe she remembered this, put a bowl of cereal on your back, because I love my Life cereal. Anyone else eat that? Well, with milk, I never want it to spill. So I said, don't make my Life cereal spill. So here we are. If that visual helps you, do it. Thank you, Rory. And relax. Bend into the knees. Step your foot back to the high plank. From here, shift your shoulders forward. Drop your knees, untuck your toes. Chaturanga. Let's go all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Shoulder blades down. Exhale, tuck your toes, push up through your high plank into your downward facing dog. And that's pretty much sun A if you haven't done that before. Let's bring our big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Step your feet between your hands, halfway lift, there it is. I'm gonna call this Life cereal today. Exhale, and inhale, swan the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center, samastitihi. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back to high plank. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Let's go all the way to the floor. You could have also put your knees down if you needed to. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. We're gonna add on a little bit here. Bring your hands back to your low ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs come off the floor. Of course, you can do cobra as well. That's another option. And then from here, you need to engage your abs and pull your hips up to downward facing dog. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Step, or you may lightly jump your feet between your hands. Halfway lift. Life zero. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms and torso all the way up. You can do a baby back bend here. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. You have options. You can do cobra, or you can do upper facing dog. It really depends on what you want for your vinyasa today. And you can take a break at any time as well. All right, let's go a little quicker. Inhale, so our blood is pumping. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step, or you can even float your feet back. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga into cobra or upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Step or float your feet between your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. And that's our sun A. So we're pretty warm. We're going to go into our sun Bs now. So they begin the same. Almost. Inhale, arms up. Now we're going to float the arms down. We're going to come into chair pose, Utkatasana. So our arms are here overhead or in prayer position. My big toes are still touching, heels slightly apart. I'm trying to open my chest a lot. From here, we're going to take a twist. So if you want to stay here, you can play with going up and then back down and up and back down. If you like to join me with a twist, take an elbow to the opposite knee for prayer. Now, I want everyone to look at their knees. Make sure you don't have one knee that's jutting forward. Keep both knees back in line. Try to look up and over. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let's go to the other side. Again, check those knees. Looking up to the ceiling if you can. Exhale to center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant their hands and take your vinyasa or skip your vinyasa and do a downward, just straight up to downward facing dog. Whatever works for you. Okay, let's take one leg up and back. Remember which leg you're using. Flex your foot. Trying to keep your hips square to the floor. Let's not all be dancers and open the hip and everything. We're trying to square parallel. On your exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Or the foot that's up, step it to your right thumb. Drop the other knee, untuck the toe. We're in Anjane Asana. Inhale, arms up. Hold, breathe. Try to open that chest. This is where you either stay, you can bring your hands to heart center and stay here, or you can join me in a mini twist. Let's place our hand on our hip, the other arm across, and give me a twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat, tuck your back toe. Now we're in crescent pose. So before we stand up, I want you to really think about lengthening through that back. Now reach your arms out before you bring your torso up. Holding. Again, choices. Hands to heart center, or let's take that twist. A little bit trickier here with a balance. Let's return to center. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Let's take that foot that's up in the front. We're going to kick it straight back again. Three-legged dog. And then we're gonna step it forward again. I just gave you a little break on that quad. Let's come into warrior one. So we're turning the back foot out 45 degrees. Inhale, arms up. Press the arms out to the side. The leg that's forward, I want that arm to go underneath the other arm. We're gonna go into eagle arms. Modified, you can also be here. Hands straight front. You can do the partial wrap or the full wrap where you have your backs of your hands together or palms together, holding here. Okay, willpower, strength right here. Lift your gaze up. And then we're gonna pull the elbows into our chest. We're gonna pull in and over. Nesting our eagle arms. Then we're gonna come back up. Unravel the arms, reach out to the side, plant the hands, rotate that back foot, step that foot back, take your vinyasa, or skip it, but we all need to be in downward facing dog. You can also add chaturangas if you want, multiple ones if you wanted. Let's do this on the other side. The other leg goes up now. Do you remember which leg you had? I hope so. Step that foot to the thumb. Drop the opposite knee, untuck the toe. Find your abs, arms up. Anjaneyasana. From here, take your hands to prayer, or let's take that twist. Let's all smile. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant the hands. Tuck that back toe. Now we're going into crescent. Inhale, arms up. Holding. Make sure you're really on the ball of the foot in the back. Here's our choice. Hands to heart center or the twist. Yes, that leg is working. Breathe. Stay calm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's take that foot that's here. Let's send it all the way to the back again. And then step forward one more time. Set up warrior one on this side. Inhale, arms up. Holding. If you need a little break for that leg, you can stretch it and then bring it back down. At any point, open the arms. Let's go into that crossed eagle arms. Again, the options are here, the back of the hands or the front of the hands. Okay. You need to channel that eagle. Inhale, look up. Now, as if you're pulling your elbows into your abs, find that balance. Coming back up. Hands release, out to the sides. Take them to the mat. Step that foot back. Take your vinyasa. If you want to do a couple of chaturangas, you can surely do that here. But that would be the only time I do that. And let's just sit back to child's pose. Woo! And come all the way up. Who's sweating? Boy, I am. I really need to get a fan in this room, I think. Okay, we're going to take it down, actually, before we go into our Warrior 2 series. We're going to come all the way down on our bellies and do a few back exercises. So even when we're here, let's see if we can get our big toes to touch. Now, we're going to take our hands and we're going to clasp them behind the back. If that is not for you, you can definitely keep your hands in front of you and lift up like this. You can put them out here. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands back. I'm going to roll my shoulders up, back and down. And I'm keeping my feet on the floor this time and lifting. And we're going to hold here. for 3, 2, and 1. Release, let everything fall into the floor, and put your favorite cheek on the mat, and rest. All right, let's do that one more time. I'm going to clasp my hands the opposite way this time. Inhale, lift up. My heart rate's really going right now. Lift. 3, 2, release. Whew. Feel like you're melting down into the ground. No, we're not done yet. Let's place our hands under our shoulders. Tuck your toes. Oh, push into downward facing dog. Let's do this. Let's inhale the opposite leg again, your first leg, up to the ceiling. This time we can open the hip. So bend the knee and open the hip. That feels good. On your next exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rotate the other foot so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. Find your heel to the arch alignment, and then we're gonna windmill the arms up. So that's the proper place for warrior 2. And I'd like you guys to really think about reaching out through those fingers, looking over your middle finger. Keep energy in your arms. Let's flip the front hand and reverse the warrior. This hand can be bound or it can be sliding down your leg, looking up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, extended side angle. So you can put your elbow on your thigh. You can reach down. If you have a block, it goes right there in front of the foot. This arm, let's go straight up with this arm. And then if you want to bring your arm over the top, you may. And inhale up, back to warrior 2. Let's stretch that front leg. Bring this foot in a couple of steps. And then send this hip towards the back, arm towards the front. Keep reaching until you hit your triangle pose. Same thing with the block. Holding here, pull the belly button to the spine. Always use your breath to keep you calm. And inhale up. Warrior 2. Great work. Let's place our hands on our hips. Facing me, you can. I'm gonna pull my toes in, heels out. Wow, that's so different for a dancer, for sure, right? So good for us though to try different places for our hips. Now we're gonna forward fold here. Your hands can be here or they can be behind your back. And we're gonna forward fold. Holding here for a moment, and then release the hands to the ground. I'm gonna walk my feet out just a little bit more. Reaching the crown of the head to the floor and your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Let's take one of your hands to the other foot ankle. I feel like I'm playing Twister. Grab your ankle and stretch. You can also raise that opposite arm up and look at it. And release. Let's walk to the other side. And up. Back to center. Bend into the knees. And just round all the way up to the top. Take your arms up. And let's come back to our warrior 2. So remember the heel to arch alignment. You have to adjust the feet a little bit. Now we're going to do a small balancing challenge here. So there's a couple of options. You do need to keep your weight into your front foot. The back foot is going to come, and it either will come to tap right next to your other foot, and then we'll go back down. We'll do that multiple times, probably 4. The other thing you can do is take that foot, bring it up to one-legged Tadasana. It's a little bit more challenging, and you can mix and match. The main thing is to work on keeping your abdominals strong and the hips turning with you. So from here, my hips have to turn, and then they turn open. Let's try for 4. I'll do the first couple with just touching my foot in. The arms can swing down and then over the top. Well, this is very dancey, seems like. So, here we go. Bring it in and find that drishti, which is your focus. That'll help you. Bring it down. And you've got to make sure you have weight on that front foot. And up. And down. Now some of you, let's try lifting the leg up. Use that glute on the opposite side to find your balance. And take it down. One more time. Bring it up. Woo. Take it down. Hold. Flip that hand. Reverse your warrior. Then windmill your arms all the way down and take your vinyasa. Woo! You meet in downward facing dog. Very nice. Let's do the other leg. And inhale it up. Exhale, open the hip. Stretch. And let's send that foot right between your hands. Set up warrior 2. And hold. Flip that hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Of course, if bind is in your practice, you can bind here as well. Or you can stay open. Opening the chest. Now, as if somebody's grabbing that hand, pull it up. Warrior 2. Extend the leg in the front. Tick-tock this foot in. Flip your hand. Let's reverse the warrior. We didn't do this on the other side, but it's a nice stretch. And then exhale, triangle pose. Inhale up. Come back to warrior 2. Hands on your hips. Face the opposite side. Again, big toes are in, heels out, hands back. Let's take a little gaze up and then forward. Hinge from the hips. Gaze between your legs. Let the hands and shoulders be heavy behind you and then release them to the mat. Great, we're gonna do something a little different here now. We are gonna turn our toes out, heels stay in, and we're just gonna do some side stretching. So we're coming down, our knee is tracking over our toes, so we can flex the other foot. You might be up here, which is super great. Wherever you can feel that stretch. You still might want to release that foot so you don't put stress on the back of your Achilles. But if you can come down, you can do that too. So we're just gonna rock back and forth. Try to get that stretch in the hamstring. Now while I'm doing this, my abs are strong. Trying to be strong. Woo. I want you to do a couple of more. Your own timing. And then we'll meet in the center goddess squat. Little mobility. Stretch here. You can place your hands right above your knees. Get a good stretch. And then take it down. Bring those toes back in. Heels out. Hands on your hips. This time we're going to reach out with a flat back and come all the way up. Sorry about the view. Yes, and then we'll come back to our warrior 2. Find that foot placement. Flip your hand, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Arms all the way down, step back, take your chaturanga or your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Float or step. Halfway lift, life serial. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms or torso all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Great work, check it out. All right, we're gonna go into our final balancing pose here. I'm gonna face the mirror. Hopefully you can see this. We're doing eagle. So a couple of things I want to tell you about eagle really quick before we go into it. If you have a wall, if you have knee issues, if you're pregnant, if you kind of have low blood pressure or anything like that, it might be nice to do this up against a wall if you have one close by. And there's different places to put your feet, so I have lots of modifications. So let's stand firmly on the ground, feel your feet, Tadasana. So you have energy in your hands, you're lifting up through your spine. Now, we're gonna shift our weight to one foot and lighten the other one. So this could be where you are with your feet. I'm just gonna keep adding on different options for the feet, but you can certainly stay right here, maybe bring the foot in a little closer. Okay, for more of you that wanna do that, we're gonna bend into that supporting leg. We're gonna lift this leg up off the floor and cross the thighs, and then put that foot down. That's another option for your feet to stay right here. If you have any knee issues, you need to not go any further here. If you want to add on the wrap of the foot to the back, you may do so. Then from here, whatever foot is on top, that's the one that's gonna go underneath, and we're gonna grab those eagle arms that we practiced last time. I mean earlier today, not last time. And here we are. So, staying calm. You can also be here with your hands. They don't have to be wrapped. Because of shoulder issues, it's really up to you. Breathe. Find your balance. And we're going to release the arms. Take them all the way up. We're going to release the legs. See if we can hit that one-legged Tadasana one more time. With an extended leg maybe. And release. Good. Now this ankle, this leg, should be going, hey, you're doing something to me. So it feels like it's been worked. So shake it out. All right, let's do the other side. We're doing great. After this, we get to get down and stretch. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna shift our weight. Let's start in the mountain. Let's be real strong here in our mountain pose. Shift your weight into the other leg. Lighten the foot. Now this is level 1. If you want a little more, let's bend into the supporting leg, lift the working leg, cross it over, and then place it down on the floor. If you want to do the wrap, one side might be different than the other. And then whatever leg's on the top is the arm that goes underneath. And here we are. Eagle number 2. Let's see if we can unwind this. We're going to unwind the arms, bring them down and out. Let's unwind the legs, see if we can come to one-legged Tadasana. Of course, if you touch down, that's fine. Lift the leg out straight and bring it down. Woo, shake this out. Very nice. Yes. Those of you in my class at the gym, you know what this is. Pat yourself on the back. Very good. Okay. Of course, that's butts and guts, not yoga. So anyway, let's bring ourselves to the front of the mat. We're gonna do one last vinyasa, so make it your best one. We'll meet in downward facing dog. I'm not gonna speak through this, you just do it on your own. Wait a few breaths here to get everybody in their downward facing dog. And let's all come to our knees. Bring your big toes to touch, but let's open our knees wide into a wide-legged child's pose. You can place your forehead on the mat and then just rock it back and forth, just to give it a little massage. Walk your hands in, and let's sit to one side, swing our legs around. We'll do one little boat canoe series here. We'll do 4 rounds, so you can watch me first. We'll start in boat. We'll go down to canoe. We'll come back up to boat, and then if you want to extend your legs, you can, and your arms. And then we'll come back to center. If you want to stay here, that's totally fine. You can also grab behind your thighs to hold this. Whatever works. Even if you're here with your feet flat, hands behind your thighs, and you can work your abs like this and hold through that. Okay, 4 rounds. Here we go. Start in boat. We're being very mindful with our moves. Canoe, back to boat, full expression. Boat, canoe, boat, full expression. Boat, canoe, boat, full. Who's counting? We got one more. Boat, canoe, boat, full expression. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Woo! Very good. Rolling up. Let's bring those knees together. So we're going to do some hip opening. We did a lot of closing hip exercises. So let's roll all the way down. You can use your thighs. And let's bend the knees. Actually stretch the legs. Bring one knee in to your chest and hold. So now we're bringing our heart rate down because our favorite part of the class is coming up. So we need to bring down our heart rate and our breathing. Let's take that leg that's up and just open it out to the side for a hip opener. Very good. This other arm can be on the floor. We're trying to keep our hips even, try not to rock, keep those hips even. Bring it back to center. Let's flex both feet and let's hit a figure 4 with that foot that we were just working in the front. You can close your eyes, you can just listen to my voice. And release. Let's do that on the other side. Let's stretch the legs long, arms very long overhead. Now bring the opposite leg in, your other leg that you haven't worked yet. And let's take that hip and open it out. The other arm could go out to the side, trying to hold your hips square and even. And bring that knee back in, flex the feet, figure 4. Close the eyes. And release. Rock yourself up. You can use your leg to help you back up. And let's put the soles of our feet together. We'll do a few more hip opening. Sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to hinge from the hips. And then you can round forward. You can release the hands and bring them out long in front of you on the floor if you would like. And let's just roll up through the spine. You can place your hands under your knees and help them close if you need to do that. Now we can do that if you want to do that again. Or if you'd like to do a straddle stretch with me, either one works. Sitting up nice and tall first. Hinge from the hips, you have to walk your hands out here. And then round over. Want the hands back. Help your legs in, shake them in. And we're gonna roll back down, do our bridges. So again, you can place your hands here, roll all the way down. Bend the knees, now reach down and see if you can feel your ankles, the back of your heels with your fingertips. And let's lift from there into our bridge. That should feel so great. Try to relax your glutes. I know a lot of times this is a glute exercise where you're working your glutes, but right now I want you to try to relax those glutes. And then roll down. We'll do that again, clasping the hands underneath if you'd like, or keep that one that we just did. Bridge pose. Again, relax the glutes. I keep saying that because mine are not relaxed. Release and lower down. We're going to do one more round. So you have three options. The first one, the clasp, or you put your hands back here only if you've done this before. The wheel, which is just a back bend, and you push it up. But that's if you've done it before. I don't think you should do it right now if it's your first time. So, last round, your choice. I'm going back to number one, because that's what I need today. Relaxing my glutes. And lower it down. Great. Let's just walk the knees back and forth. So stretch our legs up. For our inversion, legs up the imaginary wall right here. Now, if you're used to this into the shoulder stand, you may do that. I'm staying right here. It's your choice if you've practiced that before. Again, don't add that on now if it's just one of your first times doing yoga. And if it is, this is quite a class for you to join with Eagle. So good job. Good job to everybody. Purpose of this is to get the blood running back into the torso. The legs might feel a little tingly. And let's draw the knees in. If you're in the shoulder stand, come out of it. Mindfully pull the knees to the chest. Let's do our second to last pose, which is happy baby. Reach to the outsides of the feet, knees into the armpits. Try to keep your tailbone down, and you can rock back and forth. You can feel that on your lower back or your kidneys. You can also stretch one leg at a time when you do this, or stretch both legs, whatever you need. it should be a relaxing stretch, so don't push yourself. This is not the time to do that. This should be one of your favorite poses of all time. Let's bring them in. One more long good morning stretch. Really reach. And now to our final pose. So feet need to be wide, palms up towards the ceiling. If you can lower the lights in your house, you may do so. This is where you take the next 3 to 4 minutes. It's going to be silent. And I just want you to try to feel that calmness, whatever helps you feel calm. I like to think of the ocean. You might have thoughts coming in, but just try to see them and let them go. Try to pull yourself into your safe space, your relaxing space. And I will bring you back to the room in about 3 minutes. Let's start to deepen our breath. Deep inhales. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Rock your head from side to side. Slowly coming back to the room. And when you're ready, roll to one side and cradle your head with your elbow And just lay there for a moment in the fetal position. And then make your way back to the middle of your mat with your legs crossed, eyes closed down, palms up towards the ceiling as we began earlier. Finding your breath, your tempo of breathing. Let's bring our hands to heart center, thumb against sternum, keeping the eyes closed down. We'll do those 3 inhales and exhales again to close the class. And let's begin. Inhale through the nose. Last one, inhale. Keep the eyes closed down. Your body thanks you dearly for making time for your yoga today. Your mind thanks you dearly for giving it a chance to rest from the world. And your spirit thanks you dearly, cultivating positivity, willpower, strength, and calmness in the storm. I want to thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Okay, I hope that was a good class for you. I have another class, I think it's Thursday at 1 o'clock. We'll do something different again, and I have a bar class, a ballet bar class tomorrow, again at 1, so everything's at 1 o'clock. These can still be found on my Facebook page. It can also be on the Point B Dance YouTube channel under online classes if you want to go back and revisit any of these or any of the dance classes that I have put on. My yoga mentor teacher, Sharon from Om Tree, she's amazing. I think she's doing some online yoga as well. And there's a lot of great yoga resources out there. Tatum Bandy's doing some short snippets of things to do throughout the day to keep you stretching and motivated. And of course, there's some dancing happening from Point B dance faculty. We're still working on all of those things. And I would really, really love if you took a picture of your Zen area. That would be fun to see. I asked that for the bar class, and it was really fun to see where everybody was doing their work. So if you would like to post that picture in this Facebook, I would really like that if you feel you would like to do that. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a challenging one for some of you if this is a beginning. So there's a lot of beginning online yoga practices as well, but hopefully I gave enough modifications for everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. And I have one more thing. I'm talking a lot, but being outside is one of the most beneficial things for you to do during this time. Take a walk, take your dog outside. You don't have to run, you don't have to jog, just walk and breathe in the air, feel it in your body. It will really energize you. Even if it's cloudy out today, I went out today and it was just so nice to get outside of the house. So I would encourage you to do that, and I love you all, and have a great day. Thank you so much.